Winners aren't born. They're made. And they're made through the power of their thoughts and the impact of their words. Every single day you have the opportunity to shape your reality through what goes on in your mind and what comes out of your mouth. It's a responsibility and a privilege that many people never fully grasp. Let's start with thinking like a winner. Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It's more valuable than any piece of real estate, more potent than any technology. But here's the kicker. Most people never learn how to use it properly. They let their minds run on autopilot, reacting to life instead of creating it. Winners think differently. They understand that their thoughts are the seeds of their future. Every great achievement, every monumental success started as a single thought in someone's mind. The Wright brothers thought about flying before they ever left the ground. Steve Jobs thought about putting 1,000 songs in your pocket before the first iPod was ever built. So how do you start thinking like a winner? It begins with awareness. You need to become acutely aware of the thoughts that run through your mind. Most people let negative thoughts slip by unnoticed like weeds growing in a beautiful garden. But winners are different. They're the vigilant gardeners of their minds, constantly weeding out the negative and planting seeds of positivity and possibility. Now, I'm not talking about ignoring reality or living in a fantasy world. Winners are brutally honest with themselves. They acknowledge their current situation, but they refuse to let it define their future. They understand the power of vision, of seeing what could be instead of just what is. Imagine for a moment that you're standing in front of a brick wall. Most people would see an obstacle, something blocking their path. But a winner sees that wall differently. They see it as a challenge, an opportunity to climb higher, to see further than they ever have before. That's the power of winners' thinking. But it's not enough to just think differently. You need to reinforce those thoughts with powerful language. The way you talk to yourself and others can literally reshape your world. Words have energy. They have vibrations that ripple out into the universe and come back to you in the form of your reality. So, how do winners talk? They use language of possibility, not limitation. They don't say, I can't afford it. They ask, how can I afford it? They don't complain about problems. They discuss solutions. They understand that the questions they ask determine the answers they receive. Winners also understand the power of affirmations. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical about this. You might think it's all New Age nonsense. But let me tell you, affirmations are simply a tool to reprogram your subconscious mind. When you consistently feed your mind positive, empowering statements, you're literally rewiring your brain for success. But here's the key. Your affirmations must be believable. If you're currently making $50,000 a year, don't affirm that you're a millionaire. Your subconscious mind will reject it. Instead, affirm that you're constantly increasing your income, that you're becoming more valuable in the marketplace every day. These are statements your mind can accept and act upon. Now, let's talk about the language of responsibility. Winners never say, he made me angry, or the economy ruined my business. They understand that they are responsible for their reactions and their results. They say, I chose to become angry, or I failed to adapt to the changing economy. This shift in language puts them back in control. And when you're in control, you have the power to change things. But thinking and talking like a winner isn't just about what happens inside your head. It's about how you interact with the world around you. Winners understand the power of their words to influence others. They know that their language can inspire, motivate, inspire, and lead. When a winner speaks, people listen not because they're loud or aggressive, but because their words carry weight. They speak with conviction, with purpose. They don't waste words on gossip or negativity. Every word is chosen carefully with the intention of adding value to the conversation and to the people around them. Winners also know how to ask powerful questions. They understand that the quality of their life is determined by the quality of the questions they ask. Instead of asking, why does this always happen to me? They ask, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to grow stronger? These questions open up new possibilities, new perspectives. They turn obstacles into opportunities, failures into stepping stones. And that's really what thinking and talking like a winner is all about. It's about transforming your perception of the world and your place in it. Now, I want to address something important here. Some of you might be thinking, well, that's all fine and good, but my life is really tough right now. How can I think and talk like a winner when everything seems to be going wrong? This is where the rubber meets the road, folks. This is where you have the opportunity to truly set yourself apart. Because thinking and talking like a winner isn't about denying your challenges. It's about facing them head on with a mindset of growth and possibility. When you're faced with a difficult situation, a winner's mind immediately goes to solutions. They ask, what's good about this? What can I learn here? How can I use this to become stronger, wiser, better? They understand that adversity is not the enemy of success, it's the fertilizer. Think about it. Every great success story involves overcoming adversity. The Wright brothers didn't succeed on their first attempt to fly. They failed hundreds of times, but each failure taught them something new, brought them one step closer to their goal. They thought and talked like winners, even when the world told them it was impossible. This brings us to another crucial aspect of winners' thinking: persistence. Winners understand that success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. They know that temporary setbacks are just that, temporary. They don't let a bad day turn into a bad week, a bad month, a bad year. They reset quickly, refocus on their goals, and keep moving forward. And here's something crucial: winners don't just persist blindly. They persist intelligently. They're constantly learning, adapting, evolving. They understand that if something isn't working, it doesn't mean they should give up on their goal. It means they need to change their approach. This is where the power of self-talk comes into play. When faced with a setback, a winner doesn't say, I'm a failure. They say, that attempt failed. What can I learn from it? How can I do better next time? Do you see the difference? It's subtle, but it's powerful. One statement crushes your spirit. The other fuels your growth. Now let's talk about the language of gratitude. Winners understand that gratitude is not just a feel-good exercise. It's a powerful tool for success. When you express gratitude, you're training your mind to focus on the positive aspects of your life. And what you focus on expands. So start each day by expressing gratitude for what you have. Even if your current situation isn't ideal, find something to be thankful for. Maybe it's your health, your family, the roof over your head. When you start your day with gratitude, you prime your mind for positivity and success. But don't just feel grateful, express it. Tell the people in your life what you appreciate about them. Not only will this strengthen your relationships, but it will also train you to see the good in others and in situations. This is a crucial skill for success in any field. Now, let's address another important aspect of thinking and talking like a winner: self-image. Your self-image is the picture you hold of yourself in your mind. It's your internal mirror, and it shapes everything you do. Winners cultivate a positive, empowering self-image. They see themselves as capable, worthy, and deserving of success. They understand that if they can see it in their mind, they can hold it in their hand. But here's the thing: your self-image isn't fixed. You can change it through conscious effort. And one of the most powerful ways to do this is through your self-talk. The way you talk to yourself shapes your self-image, which in turn shapes your actions and your results. So start paying attention to your internal dialogue. Are you constantly criticizing yourself? Are you replaying past failures and mistakes? If so, it's time for a change. Start talking to yourself the way you talk to someone you love and respect. Be encouraging, be supportive, be kind. Remember, you're not ignoring your faults or areas for improvement. You're simply choosing to focus on your strengths, your potential, your ability to grow and change. This is how winners think. They don't dwell on what they lack. They focus on what they can become. Now, let's talk about the language of goals. Winners are clear about what they want. They don't just have vague wishes or dreams. They have specific, measurable goals that they're working towards every single day. But it's not enough to just have goals. You need to talk about them in a way that empowers you to achieve them. Instead of saying, I hope to lose weight, a weight says, I'm committed to getting in the best shape of my life. Instead of saying, I wish I could start a business, they say, I'm taking steps every day to launch my own company. Do you see the difference? It's not just semantics. It's a fundamental shift in mindset and approach. When you talk about your goals with certainty and commitment, you're more likely to take the actions necessary to achieve them. But here's something crucial. Don't just talk about your goals to yourself. Share them with others. When you verbalize your goals, you make them more real. You create accountability. And you open yourself up to support and opportunities that you might not have encountered otherwise. Now, I want to address something that holds many people back from thinking and talking like winners: fear of failure. Many people are afraid to set big goals or speak confidently about their dreams because they're afraid of falling short. But winners understand that failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to get better. When you think and talk like a winner, you don't fear failure. You welcome it as a teacher. So instead of saying, "What if I fail?" start saying, "What if I succeed? What if this works out better than I ever imagined?" This shift in language opens up a world of possibilities. It gives you the courage to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, to pursue your dreams with passion and determination. Now let's talk about the language of action. Winners understand that thoughts and words are powerful, but they're not enough on their own. You need to back them up with consistent, purposeful action. So when a winner says, "I'm going to do something," they do it. They don't make excuses. They don't procrastinate. They take immediate action towards their goals. And they talk about their actions, not just their intentions. Instead of saying, "I'm planning to start exercising," a winner says, "I worked out for 30 minutes this morning and I'm going to do it again tomorrow." Instead of saying, "I want to read more," they say, "I read 20 pages of my book today and I'm halfway through." This language of action creates momentum, it builds confidence, and it trains your mind to follow through on your commitments. Remember, success is not about what you say you'll do, it's about what you actually do. But here's something important: winners don't just take any action, they take intelligent action. They're constantly learning, constantly improving their skills, constantly seeking out new knowledge and insights. So start talking about what you're learning. Share insights from the books you're reading, the podcasts you're listening to, the courses you're taking. Not only does this reinforce your own learning, but it also positions you as a person of growth and value in the eyes of others. Now let's address another crucial aspect of thinking and talking like a winner: resilience. Life will throw curveballs at you. You will face setbacks, disappointments, and challenges. But it's not these events that define you, it's how you respond to them. Winners have a language of resilience. When faced with a setback, they don't say, "Why me?" They say, "Why not me? What can I learn from this? How can I use this to become stronger?" They understand that resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. So start reframing your challenges. Instead of saying, "This is a problem," say, "This is an opportunity to grow." Instead of saying, "I can't handle this," say, "This is difficult, but I'm capable of finding a solution." This language of resilience will carry you through the tough times and help you emerge stronger on the other side. Now let's talk about the language of influence. Winners understand that success is not a solo journey. You need to be able to communicate your ideas effectively, to inspire others, to build strong relationships. So how do winners talk to others? They speak with clarity and conviction. They're not afraid to share their ideas and opinions, but they do so with respect for others. They understand that communication is not just about speaking, it's about listening. Winners ask thoughtful questions. They seek to understand before being understood. They don't just wait for their turn to speak. They actively listen, seeking to learn from every interaction. This not only makes them better communicators, but it also makes them more valuable in any situation. And here's something crucial. Winners use language that builds others up. They understand that by helping others succeed, they create a rising tide that lifts all boats, including their own. So they're generous with praise, quick to acknowledge others' contributions, and always looking for ways to add value to those around them. Now let's address something that often holds people back from thinking and talking like winners: comparison. In today's social media driven world, it's easy to fall into the trap of constantly comparing yourself to others. But winners understand that the only person they need to compete with is the person they were yesterday. So instead of saying, "I'll never be as successful as so-and-so," start saying, "I'm making progress every day. I'm becoming better than I was before." Instead of focusing on what others have that you don't, focus on your own growth, your own journey. Remember, success is not about being better than someone else. It's about being the best version of yourself. So talk about your own progress, your own achievements, no matter how small they might seem. Celebrate your wins, learn from your losses, and keep moving forward. Now, let's talk about the language of possibility. Winners are possibility thinkers. They don't accept the status quo as fixed or unchangeable. They're always asking, what if? What if we tried this? What if we looked at it from a different angle? What if we combined these ideas in a new way? This language of possibility opens up new horizons. It leads to innovation, to breakthroughs, to transformative change. So start incorporating more what-if questions into your thinking and your conversations. You'll be amazed at the new ideas and opportunities that emerge. But here's something important. Possibility thinking isn't about fantasy or wishful thinking. It's about expanding your perception of what's achievable and then backing it up with concrete plans and actions. So when you ask what if, follow it up with how can we make this happen? Now let's address another crucial aspect of thinking and talking like a winner, emotional intelligence. Winners understand that success isn't just about IQ, it's also about EQ. They know how to manage their own emotions and how to interact effectively with others. So, how do winners talk about emotions? They don't suppress them or ignore them. They acknowledge them, understand them, express them in healthy ways. Instead of saying, I'm fine when they're not, they say, I'm feeling frustrated right now, but I'm working through it. This emotional honesty builds trust and deepens relationships. Winners also use empathetic language when dealing with others. They say things like, I understand how you feel, or that must be difficult for you. This doesn't mean they always agree, but it shows that they value the other person's perspective and emotions. Now, let's talk about the language of leadership. Whether you're leading a company, a team, or just your own life, thinking and talking like a leader is crucial for success. Leaders use language that inspires, that motivates, that paints a compelling vision of the future. So instead of just giving orders, start articulating the why behind what you're doing. Share your vision, inspire others with your passion and your purpose. Use words that unite and motivate, that bring out the best in yourself and others. But remember, true leadership isn't about having all the answers. It's about asking the right questions, about fostering an environment where everyone can contribute their best ideas. So incorporate more questions into your leadership language. Ask for input, seek diverse perspectives, and be open to new ideas. Now let's address something that often holds people back from true success, the fear of success itself. It might sound strange, but many people subconsciously sabotage their own success because they're afraid of what it might mean or what it might require of them. Winners understand this fear, but they don't let it hold them back. They talk about success not as something to be feared, but as something to be embraced. They say things like, I'm ready for the next level of success, or I'm excited about the opportunities that come with growth. Remember, success doesn't change who you are, it reveals who you are. So start talking about success as a natural part of your journey. When you start thinking and talking about time as an investment, you naturally become more intentional about how you use it. Instead of saying, I don't have time, winners say, that's not a priority for me right now. This language puts you back in control. It reminds you that you're making choices about how to use your time rather than being a victim of circumstances. Winners also use language that creates urgency and momentum. They don't say, someday I'll do that. They say, I'm starting on that today. They understand that procrastination is the thief of dreams, and they use their language to combat it. But here's something crucial. While winners create urgency, they also practice patience. They understand that meaningful success takes time. So they balance their drive for immediate action with a long-term perspective. They say things like, I'm making progress every day, or I'm in this for the long haul. This language helps them stay committed and motivated, even when they don't see immediate results. Now let's talk about the language of problem solving. Winners don't shy away from problems, they embrace them. They understand that every problem contains the seeds of an opportunity if you know how to look for it. So instead of saying this is impossible, winners say this is challenging, but I'm going to figure it out. Instead of asking why is this happening to me, they ask what's the opportunity here? How can I turn this to my advantage? This problem-solving language trains your mind to look for solutions rather than dwelling on obstacles. It keeps you proactive and resourceful, even in the face of difficulties. But here's something important. Winners don't just solve problems, they anticipate them. They use language of preparation and foresight. They say things like, what could go wrong here? How can we prevent it? This forward-thinking language helps them stay ahead of the curve and turn potential setbacks into stepping stones. Now, let's address the language of self-discipline. Winners understand that discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. They don't wait for motivation or inspiration. They create it through their thoughts and words. So instead of saying, I don't feel like it, winners say, I'm committed to this, regardless of how I feel. Instead of saying, this is too hard, they say, this is challenging, but I'm getting stronger every day. This language of discipline reinforces their commitment and helps them push through discomfort and resistance. But remember, self-discipline isn't about perfection. It's about consistency and resilience. So when you slip up, and you will because you're human, don't use language that beats yourself up. Instead, use language that gets you back on track. Say things like, that's not like me. I'm recommitting to my goals right now. Now let's talk about the language of continuous improvement. Winners understand that in today's fast-paced world, if you're not growing, you're falling behind. They have a mindset of constant learning and upgrading. So start incorporating phrases like, what can I learn from this? Or how can I improve? Into your daily vocabulary. After every experience, whether it's a success or a failure, ask yourself, what's the lesson here? How can I use this to get better? This language of continuous improvement keeps you humble and hungry. It prevents complacency and keeps you on the cutting edge of your field. But here's something crucial. While striving for improvement, winners also practice self-acceptance. They understand that you can be content with who you are while still working to become better. So they balance phrases like, I'm working on improving this, with I accept myself as I am right now. This balanced language promotes growth without fostering unhealthy perfectionism. Now, let's address the language of networking and relationships. Winners understand that your network is your net worth. They know that success is a team sport, and they use language that builds strong, mutually beneficial relationships. So instead of asking, what can I get from this person? Winners ask, how can I add value to this person? They use language of genuine interest and curiosity. They ask thoughtful questions and listen actively. They say things like, tell me more about that, or that's fascinating. I'd love to learn from your experience. This language of genuine interest and value adding not only helps you build stronger relationships, but it also positions you as someone others want to help and work with. But remember, networking isn't just about making new connections, it's also about nurturing existing ones. So use language that shows appreciation and reinforces your relationships. Say things like, I really value our relationship, or I'm grateful for your support. This language of appreciation strengthens your network and creates a support system that can help you achieve your goals. Now, let's talk about the language of money and wealth. Winners have a different relationship with money than most people. They don't see money as scarce or evil. They see it as a tool, a resource to be used wisely. So instead of saying, I can't afford that, winners say, how can I that? Instead of saying money is the root of all evil, they say money is a magnifier. It makes you more of what you already are. This language shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance, from helplessness to empowerment. But here's something important. While winners think big about money, they also respect it. They use language of financial responsibility. They say things like, I'm investing in my future, or I'm making my money work for me. This language promotes wise financial decisions and long-term wealth building. Now let's address the language of health and wellness. Winners understand that their body is the vehicle that carries them to success. They use language that respects and nurtures their physical and mental health. So instead of saying, I have to exercise, say, I get to take care of my body. Instead of saying this healthy food is a sacrifice, say, I'm nourishing my body for peak performance. This language turns healthy habits from a core into a privilege, from a sacrifice into an investment. But wellness isn't just about physical health, it's also about mental and emotional well-being. Winners use language that promotes mental health. They say things like, I'm taking time to recharge, or I'm practicing self-care. This language acknowledges the importance of balance and prevents burnout. Now, let's talk about the language of creativity and innovation. Winners understand that in today's world, creativity is a crucial skill for success in any field. They use language that fosters creative thinking and encourages innovation. So start asking more what-if questions. Say things like, let's look at this from a different angle, or how can we combine these ideas in a new way? This language of creativity opens up new possibilities and leads to breakthrough ideas. But remember, creativity isn't just about having ideas, it's about implementing them. So balance your creative language with action-oriented phrases. Say things like, let's experiment with this idea, or we'll learn by doing. This combination of creative and practical language turns ideas into reality. Now let's address the language of adaptability. In today's fast-changing world, the ability to adapt is crucial for success. Winners use language that embraces change and uncertainty. Instead of saying, but we've always done it this way, winners say, let's try a new approach. Instead of saying, I'm not good at that, they say, I'm learning how to do that. This language of adaptability keeps you flexible and resilient in the face of change. But adaptability isn't about changing who you are at your core. It's about being flexible in your methods while staying true to your principles. So balance your adaptive language with statements of core values. Say things like, we're finding new ways to live our values, or our principles remain the same even as our methods evolve. Now let's talk about the language of legacy. Winners think beyond immediate success. They think about the impact they want to have on the world. They use language that reflects a larger purpose. So start incorporating phrases like, I want to make a difference, or I'm building something that will outlast me into your vocabulary. This language of legacy gives deeper meaning to your work and helps you persevere through challenges. But remember, legacy isn't just about grand gestures. It's also about the small, everyday impacts you have on others. So use language that acknowledges the ripple effects of your actions. Say things like, every interaction is an opportunity to make a positive impact, or I'm planting seeds for the future with every choice I make. As we near the end of our discussion, let's address the language of gratitude once more. Winners understand that gratitude is not just a feeling. It's a practice, a way of life. They use language that consistently expresses appreciation and acknowledges the good in their lives. So make it a habit to say thank you more often, not just for big things, but for small kindnesses and everyday blessings. Say things like, I'm grateful for this opportunity, or I appreciate the challenges that help me grow. This language of gratitude not only makes you feel better, but it also attracts more positive experiences into your life. In conclusion, thinking and talking like a winner is about more than just positive thinking. It's about rewiring your brain for success. It's about using language that empowers you, motivates you, and propels you toward your goals. It's about creating a mindset that sees opportunities where others see obstacles, that finds solutions where others find problems. Remember, your words create your world. Everything that you think, every word you speak is programming your mind for success or failure. So choose your thoughts and words wisely. Use the language of winners, language of possibility, of action, of resilience, of continuous improvement. Start today, start now. Begin to consciously choose your thoughts and words. Speak as though you're already the person you want to become. Think as though your dreams are already reality. Talk as though success is not just possible, but inevitable. Because here's the truth, you are capable of far more than you realize. You have potential within you that you haven't even begun to tap. And when you start thinking and talking like a winner, you'll start unlocking that potential. You'll start seeing opportunities you never noticed before. You'll start taking actions you never thought you were capable of. So I challenge you, from this moment forward, commit to thinking and talking like a winner. Commit to using language that empowers you, that inspires you, that drives you toward your goals. Commit to being conscious and intentional about the thoughts you think and the words you speak. It won't be easy at first. You'll slip up. You'll fall back into old patterns of thinking and speaking. But don't get discouraged. Remember, this is a practice. It takes time. It takes consistency. But with each day, with each conscious choice to think and talk like a winner, you'll be rewiring your brain for success. And before you know it, you won't just be thinking and talking like a winner, you'll be living like one. You'll be achieving goals you once thought were impossible. You'll be inspiring others with your words and your actions. You'll be creating a life of purpose, of impact, of true success. So go forth from here with new awareness, with new intention. Pay attention to your thoughts and your words. Choose them wisely. Use them powerfully, and watch as they begin to transform your life. Remember, you have greatness within you. You have the power to shape your reality with your thoughts and your words. So think big, speak with conviction, act with purpose, and become the winner you were always meant to be. Thank you.